Aloha, good morning. This is Karampi Davis of Karampi Realty International. Trust everyone's had a wonderful week and what amazing weather we're having here in Honolulu right now. And I'm very excited this morning that Jamie Van Camp is going to join us. She's our marketing director, and all these beautiful pieces that you see come out of our office, Jamie's responsible for. Thank you, Jamie. She always goes that extra mile that we pride ourselves here. And I've asked her to join us because we thought it'd be fun to talk about some of the new design features, interior design features people are using when they're redoing their homes. And I know a lot of people are thinking come spring, they want to change the color, they want to add some accent pieces or furniture. And what Jamie did, she was saying that Alley Decor had gone into TikTok and had studied what the most popular TikTok trends were right now in interior designing. And as I was talking to Jamie, she knew all this stuff about TikTok that I really don't know that much. So I thought it'd be fun to have her on the channel today to, really add to what I'm already saying. And let me just share the screen that we will bring up here. The first picture here that Jamie has wonderfully provided us from TikTok is called Hosting Core. So of course I said, Jamie, what does hosting core mean? So why don't you tell us about this core movement on TikTok right now?
Sure. So a few years ago, it started to become a trend to talk about things that way. Prior to this one was cottagecore, and that was all about cozy living, kind of like countryside when people were trying to get away. But now it's sort of the opposite, and people are looking to embrace gathering and hosting, as the name implies, getting together with friends and family. And so the design here is really to promote spaces that foster social connections, having things set up so people want to stay longer and have lingering conversations.
No, very much so. And I know that that's a big part. I know I love to entertain at home more these days. And, you can hear each other, number one, versus going to a restaurant. And number two, I spend quite a lot of time on Pinterest myself looking at new recipes. And I really enjoy that. That's my creative part I do outside helping people with their real estate. Let's go to the second picture here. And this is truly when I knew I needed Jamie on the call today. This is actually called Food Inspired Decor. And I said, Jamie, what has this got to do with food? And why don't I let you embellish that, Jamie?
Sure. So this one is the Cherry Girl look. And food decor is very popular this year. Speaking of Pinterest, their 2025 color palette includes cherry red, butter yellow, dill green, and alpine oat. So this is about including culinary themes into the design with the colors and motifs inspired by food. So you have a playful and sensory-rich environment.
That's kind of fun. I mean, it makes me want to make one of my rooms a red room at home. This is kind of fun. It's definitely, a piece you can talk about. That's for sure. Let's go on to the third illustration here, and this is the moody color drenching. So why don't you describe what you found on this on TikTok, JB?
This one's about cocoon-like environments with rich and dramatic colors and tones, really bold ones, saturated colors in the walls or the furniture, and the different types of materials like the velvet couch. So it gives off that vibe of moodiness and enhances the depth and the drama in a space.
So would you call that a moody core, or what kind of core does this come under?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know if that's an official title, but maybe you've just come up with moody core.
Here we go. We're getting with the times and we'll create our own calls here. I love it. I'm going to the next illustration here, and this was the biophilic design. And I love the way Jamie explained this to me as we were going over this before we came on air today. Why don't you, Jamie, describe what's going on with the plants and the placement of plants as well?
Right. So the experts talked about a move away from the urban jungle when people wanted to have plants just all around their space, being completely surrounded by that. But now it's change to a more sophisticated placement of plants and bringing in curated greenery, sculptural plants, and just having kind of a cohesive placement to bring the plants and the natural light and the airflow. So it definitely feels very natural, really nice indoor outdoor living sense, even if it's inside.
Now, beautiful. And I know we use a lot of plants in our staging in our homes, and we've got a current home in Diamond Head we're staging right now. And I noticed the interior designer we're using had so many plants, and we'll have some photos of that up next week. But Jamie, I think you need to talk to my husband, Doug, and tell him he just can't put plants everywhere anymore. I thought maybe this is a good illustration for him. He loves his plants, as we all know, and we have to place them strategically. I will talk to him tonight. Going on to the next, and this was very interesting. This is called Vintage Renaissance. I'm going, Jamie, what am I talking about? And you had such a beautiful way to put it, so I'll let you go ahead.
Yeah, this is definitely one that kind of threw me for a loop as well. But, you know, TikTok has a lot of young people, and they're really taking a stand against the environmental and social costs of the fast furniture, fast goods, fast fashion. And so incorporating vintage pieces is a good way to reuse pieces, but also make a statement about your uniqueness in the design that you want for your home. And so people have pieces, decor, frames, and all these different things that they can incorporate with wallpaper to have from different centuries and create a space that just feels collected and unique to their design style.
Beautiful. And it is. I remember growing up with wallpaper, and it was very in fashion there. And it's actually coming back. People say, oh, you can't use it in Hawaii. And that's not true. We just sold the La Pietra beautiful townhome that I know everyone's seen on the internet that was listed at a little under 4.4 million. And my client spent a tremendous amount of money on wallpaper from a design house in the Pacific Design Center from LA. And you know, definitely thank you, Jamie, for today. And, you know, definitely get on. I mean, I need to get onto TikTok. This is kind of like the thing they keep telling you to find out what's going on with the younger generation, of course, but we're pretty out there on Pinterest, and it's fun to see social media. And Jamie, thank you so much. I know you're studying this stuff all the time to help us educate our clients more and bring fabulous news items like this to the table every Friday. With that said, thank you, and everyone have a wonderful weekend and happy designing.
Happy
And this is Aloha Friday, and this is Aloha Core. Aloha.